welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. It is going to be a totally different type of vibe. First of all, your girl got some inches and I don't even know how to act right now. Like, I literally feel like I need to walk into a room backwards like, hey, you all see my hair? Anyways, it has been a very long time since I've done a story time on this channel. I feel like it's the right time. If I say time one more time, oh my god, Lycette. I feel like it's time to get back to my roots is what I'm trying to say. So, today we are going to be doing a little bit of a story time now. I was actually telling this story to my boyfriend's daughter yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I know there's people that can relate to this, for one. Two, this shit's funny as hell. And three, I think I have the number 3 up for number 2, but whatever. I can edit that out. And number 3, I got some tea. And today, we spilling that shit everywhere. Alright, so a few years... Wow, get yourself together. Lycette. We're filming, we're live, let's do this. A few years ago, one of my friends had a really fun party. He always has good parties. Shout out to my friend Lorenzo. Him and his wife Jamie, which I've known since like high school, they throw really good parties. They always have people over. It's always a good time when we go over there. And a few years ago, we were invited to come over, and you know, one thing led to another. We had, I think it was like Jameson, 1942, Don Julio. We had Patron. We had, I mean, drinks were just flowing like a freaking fountain. You know, when you're having a good time, 1 shot here, 2 shot here, and then you're like 10 shots in, you don't even know what's going on. So I'm gonna jump to the end of the story, which is the main story. Wow, I feel like I forgot how to do this. What had happened was, it came about that time that people started leaving, and we're just like, yeah, pour it up! We were kind of like noticing, all right, we're like the stragglers in the room. We should probably get going. I didn't realize how drunk the people I was with actually were. And at the time, it was 4 of us. It was 2 boys, 2 girls. And obviously, it was like boyfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and girlfriend. Girlfriends, we didn't drink as much as they did. Or at least, no, we really didn't drink as much as they did. I can honestly say that. But also, we had like stopped drinking, so we had sobered up and they were continuing to drink. So we basically had to take care of 2 grown-ass men. I just remember walking out of this house. There's literally a big-ass bush when you walk out of the door. And then on the right-hand side is just like a grassed area. So we're walking out, and all of a sudden I look over. I'm saying goodbye. I'm like giving my friend a hug, like, bye, thank you for having us, blah, 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 blah. I look over, next thing I know, my friend's boyfriend is literally in a bush, like a bush, straight up, like head first, just like landed into a bush. I was so embarrassed, first of all. This is the first time we had even brought this couple around us. And it was just like one of those things that you're like, oh my god, people are going to see me and people are going to see this and now they're going to start to judge. Which normally I wouldn't care, but I just know that this isn't how we normally are. It's just that, you know, they drink too much. As I'm picking this one up, I look over and I see my boyfriend like just planted on the floor. Boom, just like this, laying on the grass. And mind you, these people are not small people. Like, these are grown men, a little bit under 200 pounds, dead weight, blacked out. So I'm over there trying to pick this person up. My friend's over there trying to pick up her boyfriend, and we're just trying to get in the car and get the hell out of there. Because by this time, people that are leaving the house are just like,
damn, look what's that, look at this mess, oh my god, clean it up.
I was just trying to get out of there as fast as I can. I was wearing a dress, first of all, and he goes flying forward again. On the curb, I hit something. I was wearing high heels. I literally hit something, stubbed my toe on the freaking concrete, of course, of all times. Like, why did this have to happen right now? I literally face planted, and I was sober. Like, that's the craziest part. My whole dress went up, my chonies were out, my nylons were out, everybody was watching. I was so embarrassed. By this time, everybody's trying to help us. Like, okay, this girl needs help. Like, she cannot get it together. We're gonna help her out. So they finally grab my keys, they bring the car around. We end up putting both of our boyfriends in the back seat. We start driving home. We're like, oh, thank God, we got them in the car. We did it. High five, girl power. We were like, all right, like, let's get home as soon as possible. So we're driving on the street, about to hit the freeway, and my boyfriend goes, pull over. Pull over. He's like, I need to throw up. I need to go to the bathroom. Like, pull over. And I'm like, first of all, he hasn't said one word this whole time. I thought he was blacked out. So for him to say something, I'm like, okay. He's alert. He knows what's going on. I need to pull over. I find a gas station right away. Skirt! I literally was like whipping it through the gas station. I pull up right up to the front in the front parking spot, and he opens the door and just throws himself out. Half of his body was in the car. Half of his body was in the parking lot. Just like, ugh. And here come a little group of hoodlums Little kids, they're like no more than maybe freshmen in high school. And they're like, hey, do you need some help? And I'm like, oh, thank God, like, yes, because now I'm just carrying dead weight. Like, that's almost 200 pounds that I'm having to carry by myself. So I'm like, yes, please, please, can you please help me? I just need to get him back in the car. And they're like, okay, we'll help you as long as you could buy us some alcohol. And I'm like, hold on, I'm really about to get hustled by these little kids. Like, are you serious? So I said yes. Before you judge, hold on and wait till you hear the whole story. I said yes. They got him in the car. They helped me out. It literally took 4 people. Slammed the door shut. Probably hit his head. I don't know. He's probably got a concussion walking around somewhere on this earth. I have no idea. Finally, I got them in the car. The little kids were pressing me like, we helped you do this, blah, 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 and you said that you were going to get us alcohol. I'm like, you're nowhere near 21. Second of all, you're doing something out of the kindness out of your heart, okay? Just be a good person. And yeah, I pretty much got in the car. I said, "Skirt," and I left. All is good. We're about to get home. Everything is just like, you know, we live happily ever after. No, that didn't happen. Me and her talking, and we're just like, oh my God, we had a good time. I can't believe this is going on. All of a sudden, we hear what sounds like a hyena mixed with like a Shrek type of noise. Kind of something like this. That's about as best as I could do. We both looked at each other. No joke. She was right here and I was right here. We both looked at each other like... Both of them are like this in the back seat. So one has his legs up, the other one has his legs over him. And they're just like laying on each other. One of them throws up. I turn around. He's throwing up on the other person. Then the other person wakes up, sees that he threw up. So now he's throwing up. They're literally throwing up on each other back and forth like it's some type of like seesaw type game. It was like on beat. Like if I would have played a song, it was like... It was probably the nastiest thing I'd ever seen. Like honestly, thinking about it and being there and having to clean that up and the smell, God, Lord, the smell. It was disgusting. And her and I are just like, ooh. You guys, I'm literally about to throw up. Like, just thinking about this, I'm about to throw up. Ugh. Oh my God, you guys. Ew. Ew, I'm about to throw up again. Hold on. Oh, okay. Anyways, I need to speed up this video because I'm not feeling good anymore. I know you guys might think that I'm over-exaggerating, but if you guys saw and had to pick up and clean and touch the shit that I had to pick up and touch and clean, like, it was so gross. Like, it was the nastiest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. But anyway, long story short, once we got home, we had to pick them up underneath their arms and like this and literally drag them into the house. When I say drag them, I mean into the house where half their body was inside of the door, like our front door, and the rest of it, I just grabbed his legs and like I had to turn him sideways just to like force his legs inside the house. It was that bad. I just remember like taking his pants off and taking his shirt off, and I just left him on the floor because I couldn't handle it anymore. I was literally throwing up after that. I felt so disgusted. It was gross. It was disgusting. And I remember we got Jack in the Box before we even went to the gas station, and we didn't end up eating it because we were so grossed out. I'll never forget. It was the grossest thing. I know I keep saying gross, 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 but it was that bad. But anyway, I literally just lost my train of thought after I just threw up, and like I said, I can't even believe that I did that. That's super embarrassing, but it was nasty. Like Tyga said, make it nasty, it was too nasty. That is the story I wanted to share with you guys today. Like I said, I was telling my boyfriend's daughter about it last night, and I was just like, you know what? Like, I need to get back to my story times, and that would be a good one to come back with because I just remember that night like it was yesterday. Lorenzo, he could vouch for me. Like, he was there. He knew all about it. I remember sending him pictures. I remember telling him about it the next day. It was so disgusting. But anyway, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you guys have ever been in that situation. I'm sure a lot of you guys personally have been a victim and probably been the one throwing up too. I probably have only thrown up while I'm out drinking. I probably have only thrown up once. I've only been blacked out drunk, I think once or twice in my entire life. So I'm very proud of that. Now, hangovers are a whole nother story. But anyway, let me know if you guys have ever gone through anything like that before. I want to know your guys' stories, your grossest stories. I want to know your grossest drunken tales, okay? Let me know down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you guys aren't subscribed already. Anyways, that's pretty much it. So I love you guys so much. Until my next video, I will see you guys soon. Bye.